and he wanted to integrate China with Europe and the U.S. Could you imagine what the world would be like if China was an ally like Europe? If China was a democratic area like Europe?
It'd be the one world nation.
Yeah. China joined the Allies in 1917. They joined us. They were on our side. Okay. I don't know if we were involved right then, but I feel like we was. But they joined the Allies.
Thank you very much for watching.
Yep. Appreciate you.
Yeah. We're going to get into stuff here pretty quick.
Yeah, what are we getting into today?
Watch the video, let it run, and check it out.
Well, if you enjoy it, watch it.
Yeah. And
if you get the urge to not watch it, don't be afraid to let us know why.
Exactly. If you don't like it, just let it run.
We said we were going to talk about, because we couldn't figure out where was China during World War I and World War II.
Yeah, I just never...
Like, what were they doing? Because we talked about kind of some Cold War stuff, with the MK Ultra things that we were getting into, and we were like, where was China during all that? Well,
really
China went communist, and the U.S. wigged out in like the 40s. And then MK Ultra and stuff happened. So World War I, at the start of it, when it all popped off, China was not involved. They did not care. They didn't want nothing to do with it.
What the hell was that?
Okay.
The gods are gonna smite you.
No,
for the
our Chinese spy equipment's fucking really buzzing right now, dude.
They're already starting to cancel us.
So now China's recording now. So, okay. So, but China joined the Allies in 1917. They joined us. They were on our side. Okay. I don't know if we were involved right then, but I feel like we was. But they joined the Allies. They did not with soldiers. They didn't really have. I don't know if they had a huge military or if they just didn't get that involved. But they sent a large labor force over. They created the Chinese Labor Corps. Spelled CORPS. The Chinese Labor Corps, and it was huge, large, extremely large group of workers. And they sent them. They dug trenches. They repaired tanks. They assembled shells, and they were the largest and longest-serving non-European labor contingent, whatever the fuck that means, in the whole war. And then they lost a lot of people during a 1918 flu epidemic that kind of tore through.
That
I don't know if we. God,
is that where COVID started?
Well, have the Chinese ever been involved in any kind of disease outbreak, or have they only been involved in every single major disease outbreak in the world?
I don't know. I don't know anything about like avian flu or the swine flu or the
H1N1,
the COVID. None of that's ever came from over there.
No, COVID came from Wuhan.
Where's that?
In China.
Oh,
the Wuhan COVID lab.
Fauci?
Fauci ran it, like he was in charge of it, but he wasn't like working there.
Oh, gain of function.
The lady because COVID was a bat-borne form of COVID that everybody ended up getting.
Like, hold on. What's China doing with the baseball bat?
Oh no, like the flying bats, the rats with wings.
Oh, you're not talking like a stick of wood.
No,
because they got all that bamboo shit.
If you get something from a stick of wood, it's because you're a bat sexualist and you're sleeping with the bats.
That's just.
I'm sorry, I'm not here to judge, but if you got a disease from a wooden bat, that's how you got it.
Yeah,
yeah. But the other one, the lady who ran.
So I was always wondering if you're watching porn on a computer, porn, whatever you want to say, right? Do you got to watch out for computer viruses then?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go in and get checked out.
Oh, you should. You should go to your doctor and tell him that exact thing.
Yeah.
Everyone, go to your doctor and tell him to check you for computer viruses.
Stupid joke.
Okay? Especially if you're doing it and you're way too close to your laptop, go get checked. Okay? You don't want to spread that around to people. It's not their fault.
Yeah. Because then the scammers will get you too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go into the scammers.
I mean, they get all your information.
Target cards.
Next of kin.
Yeah, Walmart cards.
All of it.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. So, China.
He's like, screw this. We're going.
China led, which was led by Premier. That's what they called their leader, a Premier, I guess.
That was before they went communist.
Before they were communists.
Okay.
Led by Premier Duan. It's Qirui. I'm not even gonna try, dude. And he wanted to integrate China with Europe and the U.S. Could you imagine what the world would be like if China was an ally, like Europe? If China was a democratic area like Europe,
it'd be the one world nation.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, Russia wouldn't have any friends.
No, we'd basically, if that ended up happening, if Russia at the time became or even now became an ally, or China became an ally, basically that alliance would rule the world.
Yeah. So, well, China plans on replacing us, actually. But what did they get out of all this? They got, we helped modernize their commercial banks over there.
Oh, so
they got several big commercial banks took off and got big.
That's how they got, we gave them the money.
We gave them a lot of, we gave them
the ability.
The ability to create a huge infrastructure that came back to bite us in the ass. And then World War II, I got more of that on here. There's not a lot. That's the thing. World War II, they were fighting with Japan. Like Japan, they were having the second.
Because they're right next to each other.
Yeah, they were having the second Sino, it's Sino, Japanese war or whatever. So they were like busy. But by fighting Japan, the whole time, they kind of kept Japan busy, really, for a lot of the war. I mean, so both world wars, it turns out China really helped us out.
Yeah, no. Thing is, I can hear that freaking. I think China is spying on us.
100%.
I can hear that tinny stuff, like talking in a cam.
Yep.
I can hear it.
Boom.
Isn't that crazy?
They got us, dude. You all witnessed when they started recording us.
All right, so we're in trouble. So if we don't come back next week, you guys will have to check.
I'm now suspicious of anybody shorter than I am.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to get us canceled.
Fuckers are short.
You're going to get us canceled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm going to get us canceled from up here. I'm not getting canceled from down here. I'm watching. What? So,
are you squinting? Check them out.
They had crazy civilian casualties fighting with Japan. That's where they had that unit 731 or whatever the hell it was. I can't remember the number. But it was a unit that did all kinds of crazy experiments on people, like putting people out in freezing temperatures and dumping water on them and seeing how long it took for frostbite to take effect and what it did and how long somebody lived, and then just shooting people up with random viruses and then studying like what happened, how long it took. Yeah, they did everything to people, amputations and stuff to see how long somebody could live without a limb. Or yeah, it was, I mean, any horrible thing you can think of, they did to Chinese people. I imagine they still have a pretty rough relationship.
Well, they don't like Taiwan,
but they actually did fight though. They had they led some battles. The Chinese, see, this is where it kind of starts to go communist, because the Chinese Communist, there was two separate parties. There was the Nationalist Party,
yep,
which was friends of ours, and by World War II. World War I, they wanted to be our friends. By World War II, there's the Nationalist Party and the Chinese Communist Party.
So they've already started to change, to
split.
Yeah.
And the Communist Party played a significant role with their guerrilla war tactics against the Japanese, and they really freed a lot of areas of China from Japan. So they saved a lot of the Chinese Communist Party went in guns ablazing and saved a lot of people.
Wow.
Well, the Nationalist Party was, wanting our help.
Huh.
Yeah. So China officially aligned with the Allied powers, including the United States and Britain, after the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. They were like, "Oh, you don't like Japan either? We're with you." So
that's crazy.
They were on our side. They suffered one of the highest casualty rates among allied nations due to the prolonged war with Japan. Like, we were fighting across seas and stuff, and Europe had many countries coming to defend, and China and Japan literally just have like the Sea of Japan separating them. Like, I don't know if I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, is the Sea of Japan, the area in between.
Is that like the Gulf of America?
No, the Sea of Japan. It's like why they get all their snow and stuff, like the crazy snow that they get. Japan gets crazy snow, and it's because of that.
Oh, that's they don't get regular snow. Their stuff is.
I mean, they get snow, but they can get like insane amounts of snow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry, I got to do some of this. There's only like one thing left.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, and then it turned into a civil war between the nationalist and the communist parties, which, of course, took off after World War II ended.
So it's basically...
So World War II ends, and we just leave China in the middle of a civil war.
So basically,
there's a lot of... China could have been our ally 10 different ways, and we just, after World War II, we were like...
Yeah, I know. You can imagine.
It feels bad.
I'm sure that we could have been allies with Russia.
But we also went through the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Which we were hurting.
We had a lot of stuff going on. And I know
everybody was so focused on making sure Germany was piss pounded into the ground. They didn't focus on.
Yeah.
And we made Japan ended up being an ally after that. We took over military control and all that stuff.
And we're right off
a lot of years.
We're right off their coast.
Yep, and we were right off the coast of China.
Which maybe not the...
But to go in and then help the Chinese would have looked awful bad to Japan, who was our new
ally,
forced ally. So but what a big mistake that turned out to be, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
You guys probably aren't even listening, but you are. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like the damn video.
Yeah. And remember, zombies eat babies' butt first. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
God damn. Every time. What the fuck?